When it comes to selling your home, what things should you be doing to prepare to sell it quickly and for the most amount of money? Well, that's what we'll be talking about today, and we're going to get started right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ladina with Homes by Strand and Remax Town and Country in Portrait, Washington. And again, if you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel by hitting that little button down below and the little bell for notifications for when I post my future videos. Because I talk about a lot of really cool stuff related to real estate in Kitsap County, and I don't want you to miss out on anything. Well, today, you guys, I'm going to be talking about the things that you should get done to your home to prepare it to sell it quickly and for top dollar. So let's get started. I just have to start off by saying that you only have one chance to make a great first impression. Now, I know that sounds so cliche, but it's so true in real estate. So let's start with what the buyers are going to see first, which of course is the outside of your home. Now, curb appeal is critical if you want to sell your home fast and for top dollar. And I'll be diving more into the importance of curb appeal and how it can make your home stand out in front of the competition in my future videos, so stay tuned. So first things first, you guys, it is easy to get used to things that might turn a buyer off. So your task is to put yourself in the buyer's shoes and try to think and feel how they would about your house when they see it for the first time. So you definitely want to pay attention to things such as landscaping. How does it look? How about the exterior? How does that look? Is it in good shape? Now, talking on the subject of curb appeal, let's discuss the basics of it. As you walk up to the front door, is the pathway in good shape and appealing? Is the front door, is it striking or blah? Maybe it needs a fresh coat of paint, or maybe it's in really bad shape and it needs to be replaced. Also, it's amazing what some fresh flowers, some new bark, a pressure washer, and a simple coat of paint can go a long ways as far as helping to improve the curb appeal of your home. Now next, as you go inside the house, you need to stop, look around. Don't just go through the motions of walking where you normally walk when you come home. Buyers won't just rush in. They're gonna pause for a moment or two and they're gonna take their time. So my suggestion is to walk around your home as a buyer would and ask yourself, what would they see in those first few moments? Now, all right, you guys, be honest. How would it look? Would you buy your house? Would you be willing to pay top dollar? Would you be worried that if you don't hurry and make an offer, someone else is gonna come along and scoop up your dream house right out from under you? Now, if you're being honest, there's probably at least a few things you can make note of that need to be addressed before you put your house on the market. But before you go knocking things off that list, let's talk about a few of the most common things that sellers overlook before putting their house on the market. One of the first and most important things you should do is declutter. Now, I cannot stress this enough. There is nothing worse than taking a client in to show a home and there are piles of laundry on the couch or dirty dishes on the kitchen counters or just stuff stacked all over the place, just clutter. And yes, believe it or not, I have seen this on more than one occasion. So again, your job, you want to go through your home room by room and get rid of anything you don't want, use, or need. Now think of it this way. This is the best time in life to rid yourself of stuff you never even realized that you still had. Then put away whatever stuff you want or need but don't actually use on a daily basis. Yes, now that does include the pile of mail bills on the kitchen counter, you guys. And I don't mean you take it all and stuff it in the closet or the garage either. Now remember, buyers are going to look in those places too. If you have too much stuff and not enough room to keep it all in a tidy manner while you sell your home, rent a storage unit. You can reunite with all your stuff once your house is sold. You just want to remember that this is just temporary, so tidy it up and make it show-worthy. Now the next thing is you want to de-smell your house. Okay, now de-smell probably isn't a word, but just hang with me here for a moment. It's all right, you guys, does your house stink? Now whether or not it does, it's actually, anyone's not actually going to tell you yes. You get used to how your house smells, so it's hard for most people to really honestly answer that question. Now, the best way to determine if you need to address the odor is to ask someone who doesn't live there. Now, try not to ask someone who visits your house regularly, though. Now, the best suggestion I could give is to ask a real estate agent to come by and give it the sniff test. We're in houses all the time, so we know when something just doesn't smell right. Now, the most common smells are going to be pet odors, pungent or distinct food odors from cooking, teenage sons. Oh yes, I know how that goes. I have one of those myself. And cigarette or cigar smoke. Now, even when people are aware of an odor they should deal with, they often think that masking it with candles, potpourri, or air fresheners is a good solution. It just isn't, you guys. Even though they may smell nice, doing this can trigger curiosity from buyers about the smells you might be trying to hide. The The best thing to do is to eliminate the source of the smell if possible prior to putting your house on the market. Now, obviously, this isn't easy to do with pets or teenage sons, but if and when possible, get rid of the source. Like stop cooking tuna fish and onion sandwiches while smoking cigarettes. And maybe convince your stinky son that camping outside in a tent with a dog would be loads of fun for a while. Just kidding. But in all seriousness, you should also give your house a thorough cleaning. This is probably a good idea even if there is no distinct smell. Now, if you're a good cleaner, this involves just a little time and elbow grease. If not, this is a good reason to splurge and hire a cleaning crew to come in and freshen things up. Now, if that doesn't work, sometimes people have to replace carpeting or repaint in order to eliminate extremely foul odors. Now, hopefully, you don't have to go to that extreme, but if you do, it's worth the money because a house with a smell will not sell, at least not for as much as quickly as it might have. Now, the next thing is don't take it personally. And what do I mean by that is most people have heard that you should depersonalize your house when you're selling it. That term gets thrown around a lot. Most people think it's just referring to pictures of themselves or family. But taking down some pictures isn't the whole picture. It also means removing any decor that's more of a personal taste. So for example, you might be super proud of your hunting skills, but displaying that taxidermy trophies on the wall might be off-putting to some buyers. Or you may have some really interesting or artsy furniture. While it may be hip and stylish, it could be distracting to the average buyer. Now, buyers need to be able to come in and focus on how their furniture and belongings will look. If they can't overlook your personal flair, they could be less likely to make a strong offer or one at all because they just can't envision themselves there with their own belongings. As proud as you might be about what makes your home, your house a home, make it as easy as possible for them to feel like it could be their home. The other thing you want to ask yourself, should I fix it or forget it? Now, it's easy to learn how to live with certain little issues around the house, and many people don't even view certain things as an issue until they're selling their house. But here's the question. Should you fix those little issues before putting your house on the market, like the leaky faucet or the small leak in the roof, things like that? The popular and most standard answer in the real estate industry is yes. And let's just say that it can't hurt to fix the little issues around the house. If buyers see smaller issues around the house, they might also wonder about whatever else you haven't taken care of. But on the other hand, you may be able to ignore the minor fixes and just see if the buyer, brings those up during the home inspection request. It may be less costly and easier to negotiate a credit or agree to repair something only when the buyer actually asks for it to be repaired. Now, the same goes for more serious issues like an HVAC system that's not working properly. You should probably fix that sort of thing prior to putting your house on the market, but it could make sense to just wait and see how the buyers react. So there's no absolute answer to this, so the best thing to do is make a list of all the issues around your house and ask your agent for their advice and what they would recommend that you do or don't do. I hope this video gave you some tips and some things to look for and do to get your home in tip-top shape and ready to sell fast and for top dollar. Even doing some of the little things that don't take a lot of time and money can make a big difference. If you would like even more great tips such as renovations, do they increase a home's value, prepping with pets, and funding your next home, you're welcome to download a guide that I have called How to Prepare Your House for Sale. It's a very easy read and is packed full of great tips to help you get your home to be shown in the best light and to make that great first impression. Now I'm going to go ahead and post a link to download it down below this video. So I hope you find it as helpful as all of my clients have. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Make it a great home buying and selling day. See you soon.